Hello everyone. Today we're going to be starting a new project, and it's going to be a scrapyard English wheel. What I'm calling scrap wheel. And it's all scrap materials. I have all my safety gear out to show, and everything I'm going to use to show what you'll need to attempt something like this. I'm going to let this go all the way through, pass or fail, and then we'll see how it turns out. So this is a little diagram I drew out to show how everything is going to go together. I know I want the back part of the actual wheel assembly to be 20 inches. Then I'm going to have a larger wheel and then a smaller wheel on the bottom. Those are the anvils. This is the basics of how it's going to be built. So the first thing we're going to need to do is find a center point on the largest piece of steel I have, which is 1/4 inch wall. I think it's 1.5 by 3 inch tubing. Since the ends of the steel isn't straight, I put marks at the ends of each, or put marks at the end of the steel on both sides, so that way I know where straight is. Now I'm going to find my center point. So it's 89, let's say 3/4. So then we find the center point of 89 and 3/4, which would be 44. Nope. 89. 69. 60. 68 and 3/4. So that would be 34. And 1/2 of 3/4, so that would be 3/8. Let me mark it. Then you want to use a straight edge to get all your lines straight. So since we want it 20 inches, we'll mark it 10 inches off each side. Inches that way, 10 inches that way, and then we'll run our straight edge on, our speed square, straight edge, whatever you want to call it, on that line then too. It's best to use a paint marker because it'll work through rust and everything. Then from there, you're going to want to decide which way you're going to want your cut to go. And you're going to want to use the speed square to 45 it. So, should be like that. You want to make sure the other one's going the same way on the other side. Then right off of those, you want to 45 it the other way. And that's what you cut out, is these pieces right here. So you put an X on them. And then we'll start cutting them out. And then sometimes the center blows out of your disc. So now I have to replace that disc. Okay, after our little grinding wheel technical difficulties, we can try it again. Things are not going to work out good for me today. Another one. Can't get good stuff anymore. Let's try this again. You know what the problem is? Another washer. That's what the problem is. Well, let's see if I can't find my other washer. After cutting out the top portion of your V notch, you're going to want to take your straight edge and a marker and do your top parts and then your back parts. Don't cut out the back part, because you can use it to bend it straight to a perfect V onto itself, to be perfectly straight up and down. Now flip it and cut the top parts. And that's why you wear gloves. Ooh, look at that disc in. Now I'm going to have to resort to the air cutoff wheel. That was my last cutoff disc for the 4-inch. But didn't even get me. I'll be back after I get the air cutoff wheel set up. And I use this to shave an intake, so it's covered in plastic bits. So put my face mask back on.